Stop doing this before a silk press. You're essentially asking for heat damage if you're doing this. So what most people do wrong before a silk press is they skip a clarifying shampoo. If you have naturally curly hair, skipping a clarifying shampoo is not the way to go if you want to get a silk press. So skipping a clarifying shampoo, you would have essentially product buildup, which prevents heat distribution on your strands. The hair stays weighed down and it doesn't silk properly when you're getting a silk press. So do not skip that clarifying shampoo. Number 2, using a heavy conditioner or leave-in, creamy moisturizing formulas can cause steam burns under heat. So this is going to cause heat damage if your hair has a lot of heavy oils and butters, and if you're not shampooing your hair properly before you do a silk press. So this leads to sizzling, frizz, and potential cuticle damage during the silk pressing process. Number 3 would be not using a heat protectant. This is so important if you do not want to have, damaged or straight ends, straight pieces after you have washed your hair from a silk press. So the hair becomes exposed to high temperatures with no barrier. Direct damage to the keratin bonds equals long-term breakage. And if you've noticed you've done a silk press and your hair just won't turn back, it's probably because you didn't use a heat protectant, or you didn't do a clarifying shampoo, or you had heavy oils and butters build up on the strands. Number 4 is blow drying on wet or overly damp hair. So this causes bubbles to form in the strand, which equals bubble hair, a form of irreversible damage. Oh my goodness. You do not want that. You need to listen to these points that I'm giving you if you're going to get a silk press. Okay, so it also weakens the structure of the hair before the flat iron even touches it, right? And then number 5 is flat ironing dirty or oily hair. Heat plus oils buildup equals fried strands. This can lead to scalp irritation and severe damage. So you need to make sure that your strands are clean by clarifying them. If you know you've been using a lot of heavy oils and butters, you cannot skip your clarifying shampoo before doing a silk press. And then you don't want to use a heavy leave-in, after you've done your clarifying shampoo, because that can make the situation worse. So why these mistakes can cause heat damage: heat opens the cuticle. If your hair isn't clean, if it isn't prepped, it gets scorched instead of smooth, right? Moisture trap inside of the strands plus external heat equals steam explosion into the strand. And then damage shows up as split ends